What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever. Period. I'm your host, Pharaoh, and girl, we're talking about the challenge again. This is episode 2 of the challenge. No, it's episode 1 of it's episode 1 of the challenge because there was episode 0, but that doesn't count because it was 0. Girl, I don't fucking know. But we're here to talk about the challenge. I'm about to set my timer for 20 minutes. Good luck. So, if you're new here, if you didn't know, baby, we getting these out cute and free, fresh and fun, but this is my recap of the episode. So let's just get into the motherfucking episode because I do have thoughts. Now, boom. I have cute little images. They're on the screen. We started it off and we were at the daily. Of course, we have our partners with the vets and the new threats and yada, yada, yada. There was a few stuff that was happening during this daily. The whole point of it was the balls was going to drop. They got to do the balls and grab the balls. Grab balls. It's literally just grab balls. So they were grabbing balls. Great for them. Good for them. Very fun, fresh, I guess. I don't know. TJ lets them know that the top 8 teams are going to be getting these points. They've been doing this fucking point system shit on the All-Stars, and there's stars at this end, and on this All-Stars, everyone's going to have a karma vote, and on this one, you have to collect these votes, and then you'll get eliminated in the middle of the daily, of the final. They've been doing stars. They've been doing the finals. They've been doing, you have to earn your way, and if you don't have this, you won't get to the final, bitch. And they've been doing this for the last couple of seasons. Girl, it's a bore for me. I guess it was a way to try to elevate it. It's not elevated for me. I don't give a fuck about the points. People are getting points. I don't care. I just don't care. It never really ever matters. It never really ever matters. I think they've actually done like one real purge. And even in that situation, they allowed the person to fight to actually earn it. So it's like, what's the point? What the fuck is the point of the points? It's probably not going to matter. I'm probably not going to talk about it until the episode that they randomly decide to do it, which is probably the final. So fuck them points. I'm sick of it. Anissa talks about how it's her 20th season and it's been 20 seasons that she's lost and she's never won. I guess, yay, good for you. Is that a celebration? I don't know. Loser. I need her to win something. You know, love this. I don't love it. Just win something. Nia done fucked up her knee. Nia said she fucked up her knee at the first challenge when she was running down the mountain. My thing is, girl, you're acting like Anissa. You're acting like Anissa. That's my thing. My thing is you're acting like Anissa. What's happening? How's your leg broke already? You just started. Your leg is broke. You was the last one down the mountain. Girl, you might as well go home if you're going to flop like this. Love you, queen, but bye. CT struggling up to get up the hill. He got this beer belly. He looked like Homer Simpson, and he can't get up the hill. I'm thinking, girl, why are you struggling to get up the hill more than Tay? Tay is new to this and you true to this and you're struggling. So CT is a chop as well. Why is he here? I don't know. America is getting dragged around by Turbo like she's a backpack. America is literally backpack and Turbo is Dora. He is dragging her around, flopping her around in this motherfucking shit. That was hilarious. Shout out to America. And yes, America can struggle and not CT because I said so, bitch. Also, I want to call y'all bitches out. Apparently, bitches have been coming for my bitch America. I didn't know that. All you challenge fans that have beef with America, you now have beef with me. So you can run up on me. How about that? Drag me. How about that? Actually, let me stay out of it. Let me stay out of it. I got a podcast to host and run. Don't be saying nothing bad about the podcast. Give me 5 stars, like, subscribe, and share, and tell your friends. But all the hate, I don't know. Y'all haters. Okay? And I'm not turning on my girl. Okay? But anyways, yeah, the daily sucked. We get to the end of it. And they start talking about how there's this UK alliance that the girls want to come after. I guess the UK alliance is everybody from the UK, and Olivia is the one who's trying to like organize this coalition against Johnny Bananas because her and Johnny Bananas have this beef. So I guess put a pin in that and wait for that to come to fruition because baby, they're already starting this cold war. Really, it's a hot war. See, Johnny Bananas and Olivia are already beefing, so that's a problem. Keep your eye out for Selena on that. And boom. So we get to the results. And of course, Johnny Bananas and D are the winners. Baby, these are the scores and the boards. Who really gives a fuck? It doesn't really matter. All you need to know is Bananas and D won, and Rogan and Adrian lost. The losers are automatically going into the motherfucking elimination. But the twist this season is TJ has a coin, and he's going to flip a coin to determine whether it's a boys elimination or a girls elimination. This episode was a boys elimination, so Rogan is the one going automatically in. Bananas and D are safe, and they have the power to save one other team, and then the house will vote for the other team to go in. I actually like this twist because the winners are safe, so they're winning safety, and they do have quotation some type of power because they're saving another team, but it's not the power to put another team in. I kind of don't like it when the winners get to put the other team in. I'd rather it be a vote. But even with a vote, it could get boring. So we'll see how this works. But I prefer a vote over the winning team choosing. And then overall, I kind of prefer the person who goes in to kind of choose. But I don't know, because I think a vote is cute. So I'm here for the format. The format's cute. The vote is cute. So boom. We get into the discussions of what's going to go down. Johnny Bananas talks to Derek, who is also a pussy, and we'll get into that later, about how he wants to break up this UK alliance. So all the people not in the UK alliance who are vets need to get together and make sure they get the votes or whatever they need to do. And that's what Johnny is telling Derek, and Derek is claiming that he agrees with this. Now, Bananas clocks the fuck out of Rogan, because he's like, girl, Rogan either wants to put in Ben or Justin, because he definitely underestimates Ben and Justin. And Rogan said that exact thing later on at the club, that he wants to go against Justin real bad. So they're clocking the alliance. They know what's going on. You would think Derek would stand 10 toes down on this, because he's all up in this conversation. Girl, put a pin in it. So later on, we at the club. Bananas and Theo get in a hard argument. This is a very romantic image. And the last time I've seen a clip of Theo fighting, I'm pretty sure he kissed a man. And I'm not saying you can't be kissing men and transphobic, but hey. Anyways, Theo and Bananas get into this tiffle because Bananas is clearly coming after Olivia. Olivia knows, so she's making sure she's gathering her troops, and the troops are the UK. And Bananas was like, well, Theo, are you and your girlfriend just going to come after me the whole game? What's tea on that? And Theo's trying to gaslight this man. And he's like, well, your paranoia is what starts all of this in the first place. It's always your paranoia. You're paranoid. And Johnny's like, you're not going to gaslight me, man. And honestly, Theo was trying to gaslight this man. And Johnny Bananas clocked. Johnny Bananas did clock. He really did clock. And he kind of ate him up a little bit, because he was telling the truth and Theo was lying. Theo was really trying to wiggle his way around it. But baby, you are trying to set up Johnny Bananas. Y'all coming for him. Stand on business. I don't know. Boom. Girl, we move. Leroy has a plan. Leroy has a plan because Derek didn't want to do it, because Derek's a pussy. But Blue Kim comes to Leroy and she's like, why the shout out to Blue Kim, y'all. Love Blue. Blue is like, why are we just voting Justin or Ben? Just because Rogan said we can vote Justin and Ben doesn't mean we have to vote Justin and Ben. This is my question. Why is Blue the one telling these veterans how to vote? Why is Blue the one waking up the vets on how to play the game? Blue had to tell Leroy, we don't have to do what the fuck Rogan wants, for Leroy to then come up with this plan. Are you dumb? Maybe Leroy would have came up with the plan on his own. Maybe Leroy and Blue had talked about it. But my point is, we shouldn't have to hear shit from Blue. What the fuck was you doing? Anyways, Leroy comes up with this plan for everyone who's not involved with the UK to essentially get together and vote one of the UK people. The person they choose is Jake, because no one's really tied to Jake. So they're like, fuck it, let's put Jake in, so that way we can split up the UK girlies. So they all kind of agree. They all kind of try to gather the troops. They all can just vote Jake. And then Rogan's people are going to try to vote Justin, but they can get the numbers. And the plan for them to get the numbers is, if Bananas and D save a team, they're assuming that team won't have a vote at the nominations. Why did they assume that? I don't know. I was thinking maybe that was a rule that was told. That was not a rule that was told. They just assumed it. Spoiler alert, they were wrong as fuck. I still feel like the plan should have worked, because there were more teams not a part of the UK alliance than so. And like they were saying on the episode, I think Ashley said it, if there's an alliance, break that shit the fuck up. Period. So I was kind of confused as to why it didn't get broken up, but hey, that's just me. So boom, we get to the nomination ceremony. At the nominations, of course, Bananas and D have the choice to save Theo, or to save someone, and they choose to save Theo and Izzy to try to break up the UK alliance and have them not have a vote. Whole time, they do have a vote. When this happened, D made a statement because TJ asked her, and D says, look, I feel like a lot of the vets are trying to use a lot of the new threats in order to have an advantage in the game, and there's becoming a divide. That's all she said. There's becoming a divide. Some of the vets are trying to use some of the new threats. She didn't say no names. She didn't say no names. But one thing a hit dog gonna do is holler, bitch. Because here go Izzy and Olivia. Well, what do you mean? Well, why are you saying that? Well, I mean, don't you think your partner's doing that? Don't you think everybody's doing that? Baby, she said the vets are using the new threats. She didn't say Olivia. She didn't say Izzy. She didn't say Theo. She didn't name no names. And that's what D said. D said, girl, I didn't specify anybody. I'm just saying in general. And it's like y'all hopping down her throat because y'all know y'all are guilty. Y'all know exactly what the fuck is happening. There is a UK alliance. Y'all are trying to play in D's face for calling it out when y'all have already been in the diary room telling us. We know, yo T, don't come for the queen. Bitch, you might get beheaded. Okay. Anyways, they tried to pop off on my girl D. Didn't really work. Calm down. Because she didn't even say no names. But we get to the votes. Everyone gets to vote no matter of them being safe or not. So the plan did not necessarily work. But when you get into the votes, they still should have had the votes. Now, for the people who voted Jake is the UK person. Jake was the plan that Leroy came up with to kind of try to get them in. Aviv and Jeremy voted Jake. And Aviv says the other options she was friends with, right? She was friends with people on Justin's team. She was friends with someone on Ben's team. Because who was Justin is cool with is a team with Naya, and Ben is on a team with someone else, and they're friends. Whatever the fuck it was. Aviv said, I'm friends with them people. Here go dumbass Cara Maria. Are we not friends, Aviv? Are we not friends? I literally was confused as to why she was talking, because I didn't even realize she was partners with Jake this entire time. And she was mad because she's partners with Jake, and she's wondering why Aviv put her in. And Aviv was like, well, girl, you're not in danger. You're a girl. It's a guy's day, so it's fine. And Cara was like, but you said all your friends are who you're saving. And Aviv was like, girl, calm down. Cara Maria just wanted a moment. She wanted a moment so bad. Girl, shut the fuck up. It's not even a girl's day. Do you really give a fuck? Shut up. Damn it. Michaela and Will also voted Jake. Ashley and Gabe also voted Jake. I put down Gabe is weak as fuck because Gabe is best friends with Jake, and he let Ashley control this. You had no reason to do that. In my personal opinion, Gabe shouldn't have let Ashley vote for his friend. That's your fucking friend. That's your ally. Why are y'all voting Jake? Why are you voting Jake? You should have stood toes down and said, no, I'm not voting Jake. Be a real motherfucking man. But he was being a punk. I don't care who's the vet and who's a new threat. You should have stood on business, nigga. Sydney and Leroy, Redacted and Leroy voted Jake because that's part of the plan. Justin and Nia voted Jake because they're not voting themselves. And Nani and Ben voted Jake. So this group of people, Leroy, Ashley, Nia, Nani, Michaela, Aviv, all of those group of vets voted for Jake. They were a part of the plan. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes for Jake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there were 8 votes for Justin. So Theo and Izzy voted Justin. They're the UK. Olivia and Cedric voted Justin. They're the UK. Derek and Lekka voted Justin. This was weird. Derek, first of all, as we recall, was in that conversation with Johnny Bananas planning everything for this week as to how they can get a UK person against a UK person. Derek has a diary and says, I'm a pussy punk. This is exactly what he said, y'all. He said, my name is Derek and I'm a pussy. My name is Derek and I'm a punk. And I'm too afraid to go against Rogan. So because my name is Derek and I'm a pussy and I'm afraid of Rogan and I'm so scared, I don't want to go against him. So I'm going to vote for Justin. Derek is a pussy. What the fuck? Because if Derek would have voted Jake, it would have tied. And who knows what happens in the tie. But very likely Jake could have went in. And you could have made a move. But instead you want to be a pussy and be afraid of Rogan. Mind you, Rogan is at home. You're scared of a man who lost. You're so fucking silly. We move. America. He's like, I'm trying to preserve my position in the game. But preserve your position by putting in the man who won the daily. Yeah. Who won the arena? Yeah, dumbass. You dumb as fuck. You sound dumb. Play the game. Fuck a preserve, win. Fuck a preserve, win the game. There's a whole alliance. I hope they get him out. You're stupid. America and Turbo voted Justin. Turbo don't go with the group. Turbo wasn't a part of that conversation with the people who were in that room. Turbo wasn't a part of the conversation with Johnny Bananas. I don't think Turbo is as close to the people as the others because he wasn't in any of those scenes talking about the plan. I don't even know if they told Turbo about the plan because I could get on Turbo ass, but I don't think they even told him about the plan. I don't think he knew there was a plan. You wrote, and Turbo he moved to his own win. So him and America voted together. Boom. Anissa and Leo, and I respect Anissa. Anissa said, look, Leo is friends with Jake, and I'm going to respect my friend, and I'm going to vote Justin. Look, you're my partner. We're a duo. We're together. So we're going to vote together. And if that's your friend, we shouldn't be voting your friend. I fucking respect Anissa. Shout out to Anissa for that because a lot of bitches, they just be selfish. And I'm not saying for Anissa's game, I don't think it matters because the way Anissa plays, she's never really going to get targeted anyways. So I love that she was being kind enough to prioritize her partner. Plus, she's played 20 times and she hasn't won. So help your friend win, help your partner win, So if you can't win yourself, I think you should help others. And I'm glad that that's what Anissa is doing. Jake and Cara, they vote for Justin because they're not going to vote themselves. Blue and Derek, gay Derek, they vote Justin. This is when I had to snap my neck. What? Now, let me bring up an image. Boom. Earlier in the episode, Derek and Justin had a heart-to-heart about how this game is very difficult, how people underestimate them. And Derek said, I can relate to you so much, and I have your back no matter what because I relate to you. They're the gays. They both get underestimated. They both have to fight. So why say all of that for you to go and vote that man? Are you fucking serious? Derek looked at the screen and said, I'm a punk pussy bitch and I'm too afraid to do anything and stand on my own backbone and my own morals that I told Justin I have. Justin didn't ask Derek to say that he's loyal to him. Derek said, my moral compass is telling me that I want to support you in this game because I relate to you. We're both gay and we have the same experience. And then he sat there and he said, oh, I'm scared. Fuck my morals. I got to vote with the house. Mind you, it wasn't the house because if there's 6 people who voted Jake and 8 people who voted Justin, if you would have voted Jake, it would have been 7 and 7. Mind you, you did all of this protecting yourself for Justin to go and win that fucking shit. Shouldn't you know? Since you experienced being underestimated, shouldn't you know that someone who's underestimated can be valuable in this game? How you feel like you are? Stupid idiot. You're dumb. So dumbass Derek looked himself in the fucking mirror, saw Justin in the mirror, knowing that himself is a valuable contestant who wins eliminations and didn't think twice when he thought about, wait, I might put in Justin trying to be safe and scared, but what if Justin comes back? I hope Justin gets this nigga out. You're stupid. You've been playing the challenge for how many decades? You've been around for how long? And I know he doesn't play that often, but god damn. You think you know when you're looking yourself in the mirror and telling this person you're just like him. Stupid idiot. They're dumb. And both them and Derek and Lekka could have shifted the entire situation to where there was actually 2 UK people going home. Of course, Rogan went home, but they didn't expect it. Derek didn't expect Rogan to go home. And Derek, it's 2 Dereks, 2 dumbass Dereks. Oh my God, 2 dumbass Dereks. Neither of them expected Rogan to go home, and it's like, expect the unexpected, bitch. Y'all are so fucking silly. Do you know how many times in the challenge history that there's been indications where you think the person who's going to stay doesn't stay? Like, how are y'all? Y'all are playing at newbie level, and y'all are supposed to be the vets. Please. And then CT and Taylor vote Justin as well. I think Taylor kind of took the reins on this. I don't think CT was in those conversations, same thing as Turbo, so I kind of didn't get mad at this. I'm really like confused at Derek and Derek because they were in the conversations. They had relationships with the people. It didn't make any sense. But we move. Justin gets put into the arena. He has to go against Rogan. This challenge was I love this challenge because it was equitable, because it was more skill-based. It was still physical. That's the thing. It's hard to make a physical and equitable competition. And I remember on the last couple of challenge seasons, I've been saying they need to find a balance. This was a good balance because although a bigger person might be able to throw more of their weight, it still takes a certain amount of skill to where if you're not being skillful, you're not going to win this. So I'm so happy this was it because it was fair. And I'm so glad Justin won because Justin deserved, honestly. Rogan, I don't know Rogan. I don't know Rogan at all. But Justin got thrown in by bitches who shouldn't have even threw him in. And honestly, don't nobody want to see an alliance just steamroll. So Rogan, go ahead and leave and make it harder for the UK girls. And Justin, be that underdog. I'm already standing Justin. I am a Justin stan, baby. Okay. I fucks with him. I know that's right. Shout out to Justin, y'all. So yes, Justin wins. Rogan goes home, and that's leaving Adrian alone. Adrian is now a hangnail. They did not explain what hangnail meant exactly. He just said a hangnail won't participate in the next challenge and is at the mercy of the judgment of the jury. So I'm assuming they're going to explain this hangnail twist in the next episode. But he also says they're switching partners. So with Adrian here, it will be an uneven number. So I'm assuming everyone else is going to switch partners and Adrian has to vie. Oh, child. Adrian has to, I'm assuming, vie for people's attention to stay in the game. Who knows? We're going to see next episode. But as y'all heard, the timer went off. So let's hurry up and tier rank these girls. I was actually done. So I ate that the fuck down. At the bottom, we have the MAGA Asylum. None of them are moving. They're all still terrible. I had Anissa and Chop. I'm moving her up because I really did appreciate her this episode. I liked her. I'm gonna move her up to Child. Not too far up, but to Child. Nani still in Chop. I'm not gagging. Leroy, I'm gonna move Leroy up to mid. Leroy had a plan. I'm gonna move Leroy up to Child because he had a plan, but Blue had to low-key tell him from what we saw. I'm not fucking with that. Olivia's in Chop. Due to association with Theo. I actually like how active she's trying to play the game. I like how active she's trying to play the game and how she's trying to go against Johnny Bananas. I really do appreciate that. Ignoring her connection to Theo because I don't know those details. I would say this episode to me, she's mid at least. Like she's mid at least. I'ma still let her grow, but she's mid for this. Willis is gonna stay in Chop because who was that? Jake, Kai Asylum. He was almost finna go in, and I still don't know who he is. Gabe, Chop for letting your friend go in. That was crazy. Ben, I don't know who that is. Kai Asylum. Aviv, Kai Asylum. Derek, Chop. You literally suck. You're fucking weak. Jake, there's two Jakes? Who the fuck is the other Jake? I have two Jakes, and I don't need to have two Jakes. That's the problem. I'm talking about there's two Jakes. Girl, I got two Jakes in this bitch. How I get the other Jake out of here? Doing all this gagging. I don't need two Kai Asylums. Anyways, boom. Tay. I'm not moving Tay, no thoughts. Naya, no thoughts. Justin ate that shit the fuck up. He's going to the top of camp. I love Justin. Bananas, he's staying in Child. I'm not gagging. Leo has to go down. You're going down to the bottom of Child because you let your friend go in. Oh no, he didn't. Anissa allowed him. Okay, he could stay at the top of Child. Almost played him. Lekka, no thoughts. I'm gonna keep her at mid. Adrian, she fucked up her foot. She's the hangnail. I'm gonna keep her at mid. Rogan went home. And honestly, he didn't really do a good job, y'all. I'm sorry. He didn't do a good job. I'm not mad at him. I'm gonna just move him down to Child as an official because girl, you kind of flopped. Derek is a Chop. Gay Derek is a Chop even under Derek. You are literally have no backbone. CT, not moving him. Blue, that's still my camp queen. Cedric, still my camp king. Jeremy, still my camp king. D, I'm gonna move D up above Izzy because Izzy was kind of getting snappy with her. Watch it out, girl. But they're both still in camp. America, still my mother. Ashley, still my mother. Turbo, still my mother. Michaela, still my mother. I know that's right. All right, y'all. I'll be here all season. Make sure y'all get into it next week because I will be recapping episode 2 of the challenge. Make sure you get into my Big Brother coverage because we are doing Big Brother coverage all season or whatever. And thank you for keeping it real with the Kingdom, honey. I'm out.